Welcome to part 11 and welcome to the Forbidden Woods. Yep, we're here to find Makar so we can get that ceremony started and so we can get the pearl and be one step closer to saving Errol. So yeah. Anyway, right off the bat, that chest there, that's the dungeon map. Yep, we're going to get that right off the bat as soon as I kill a bunch of green choo-choos. And they are so annoying because they can shrink into the ground, which means I cannot attack them in that state, so yeah. And of course, this scene again. I swear, they just pretty much ripped the skin off young Link, place it on this version of Link, and yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to be spending the next few moments getting some chew jelly. I don't know why I did it, since when I finally get the ability to make blue potions, the green potions will be superfluous. Not necessary at all. But of course, I can use my shield to reflect, pretty much stop the bouncing effect off the green choo-choos so they cannot hurt me. And I should really pay attention to the parry command because parry can really save my bacon. Whatever. Anyway, again, this battle music is pretty intense as the longer you fight these creatures. And speaking of battle music, you may have heard that as I was approaching the Forbidden Woods, as I was going through the P-hats, there was a different battle music. Now this battle music only plays when we're out in the open sea, and yeah, if you are and you will be hearing this theme a lot while out on sea. Like once we get to land and stuff in the overworld, you would get to hear this theme that you're hearing right now. So yeah. Sorry if I'm wasting your time, folks. It's just at the time I thought I was gathering a whole bunch of chew jelly because really I just want to show you how Doc Bandom creates these jellies. Because he only needs 15, and I will collect pretty much the required amount, so yeah. Well, anyway, now that this is out of the way, you may have noticed that in front of the door there's this big old plant, and as we get close to this plant, it will close itself. And in order to pretty much move on, we have to throw one of these Boko nuts at the plant and destroy it. But make sure you throw it at a distance or else it will seal shut and we cannot destroy it while the thing is shut. So, yeah. Anyway, in this big room right here, I'm going down because there's a treasure chest I want to collect. And that treasure chest contains another Knight's Crest. So yeah, the reason I'm getting the Night Crest here is because, in all actuality, we only need 10 Knight's Crests in the entire game. And I thought this way I'd get it a little faster because, the person that gets the Knight's Crest, someone who knows the ways of the sword, and we all know by now it's Orca. Well, basically, the fastest way to get the Knight's Crest is to get the one that we got earlier in Dragon Roost Cavern. This one that I will get in a moment. And there will be two other places where we can get Knight's Crest quickly. And if we do it just right, we can get 10 when we're pretty much halfway through the game. So, yeah. As you can see here, that bulb has closed as we gotten close, so but it won't matter because, well, I'm gonna destroy it by taking one of the Boko sticks, one of the Boko Babas dropped, lighting it on fire, and we'll burn that bush off. So yeah, we're gonna do some arson right now. We're gonna kill a plant. And of course, I'm just collecting goodies. And once we burn this thing off and get our nice crest, we're going to use the Baba buds to pretty much climb up throughout this room. And you may have noticed that there are these big spiky vines that are pretty much along the walls here. So our goal is to use the buds and use our Deku Leaf to navigate around to get to the other side. So, yeah. And, of course, be careful. Time your bud jumping so that you target the next location. And, of course, again, the buds can also refill your magic health. So, you don't have to worry about running out of magic in this place. So, yeah. And, if you talk to the Kuroks, they would tell you that this place was once their home. Now, if the theory of the Kuroks once being Kokiri is true, then, well, this place might have been Kokiri Forest at some point in the past. It's like, huh? How's that possible? Well, I don't know. Well, for one thing, if you noticed on the doors of this place, there are symbols that greatly resemble the Kokiri symbols. And, it leads to the theory that this place has changed over the hundreds of years between Ocarina of Time and now. I mean, forests can grow wild and free and all that stuff, and perhaps when the Great Sea was created, then, perhaps this place changed, because remember the Kuroks changed into their current form once the sea formed, because I guess the Kokiri cannot survive as out in the open sea because they are so tied into the forest. I don't know. So yeah. Anyway, we take a bomb plant which is located here for some reason and destroy the flowers to gain access to the door. Anyway, here you want to take the Deku Leaf and just blow at this pinwheel thingy to bring over the gondola. And then once we hop onto the gondola, you want to go point this way and use the Deku Leaf to pretty much propel you across the room. So, yeah. We're going to do a lot more of these gondola pinwheel blowing things throughout this dungeon, so that's going to be interesting. Alright, this room here, we have ourselves some P-Hats and some Boko Babas. Now, P-Hats are another source of golden feathers. So, if you've missed your chance killing those birds and getting their feathers in Dragon Roost Cavern, well, here's another opportunity to get some golden feathers. P-Hats. I don't know why P-Hats have feathers. I thought they were just weird plant things. I don't get it. So, yeah. And I will be trying to collect a whole bunch of golden feathers because, again, we need 20 golden feathers to give to that one Rito guard to give to his girlfriend. And the reward will be worth it, trust me. Hint, it'll be a piece of heart. Anyway, what we're going to do here is killing those Boko Babas here won't do anything. This one, however, once we kill it, it will produce a Baba Bud for us to launch ourselves upward. So, yay. And once we get to the upper area of this room, there will be another one of these pinwheel things that we need to blow to bring the gondola over. And over here at this door, it's another one of these flowers that's sealing the door. So, yeah, we have to get the Boko Nut on the other side of this room and carry it over here and destroy the flower. Now, you want to be careful once we get the Boko Nut, because once it's on the gondola, there's a chance you may accidentally knock it down to the first floor there, and we have to wait for it to disintegrate. Yeah, this thing disintegrates in a timely manner, and we have to wait for it to disintegrate and reform at its starting point. So, yeah. So you can see it disintegrating as we speak. And if we don't get it to the flower and destroy it soon, then we're going to have to do this process all over. So yeah. Alright, and in this room here, there's another one of these Boko Nuts. But as we get close, it'll surround itself with these giant spiked vines. So I'll just use the Deku Leaf to blow it across here and destroy the flower. Easy. And here we are in the main room of the Forbidden Woods. Yep. And what we have to do here is grapple across this beam here to get to the other side. I said grapple the beam to get to the other side. Come on, past me. Of course, I was pretty much adjusting myself so that I would swing over to this ledge here and not down. But don't worry, there are Baba Buds below, so we can climb back upwards if we need to. Anyway, next we go across these moving platforms, living platforms, I believe. That's what they're guess. How does that even work? Are they I don't even want to know. Anyway, we're gonna go over here to this Boko Nut because there's another flower that we need to destroy. And if you want to, it'd be a good idea to get these rupees from this middle platform right now, because you won't get another chance. Trust me, you will not get another chance. Anyway, again, destroy the thing, and if you notice, if you cut these things, the vines will regrow. So, yeah. Anyway, this passageway right here, we will be introduced to a creature known as the Morth. The Morth here are these spiked ball things with one eye, and their only purpose is to pretty much slow you down and make you more sluggish, and yeah, and they pretty much not let you do any action commands, like for example, I cannot open the chest as long as these things are on me. But a spin attack will take care of these guys, no problem. And of course there are 10 rupees here if you want the money, but if you're at maximum capacity at the moment, yeah, it's just a waste of time. So yeah, let's move onward. And jump! Okie dokie. In this room here, there are spiked vines that pretty much act like a maze wall. So yeah, this is pretty much one of those Zelda maze wall thingies. Not unlike the fire walls of a forest temple. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to take the bomb plant and first blow up this wooden wall. And then once it regrows, you have to toss it up to the ledge. But be careful, there are more spiked vines that can block your path, and you can miss, like right here. But if you at least get it up to the ledge, the bomb plant will explode and blow up the beam. So yeah, this treasure chest right here, it contains the compass. So yeah, we can see where the treasures are, and I won't get as much of the treasure as I can because, well, hey, who knows? It could benefit me later on. What do you think of that? Alright, now that we've bombed that beam over there, we have to carefully make our way through this spiked vine maze. And if you get hit by these things, they only take a quarter heart, so it's not that bad. But don't make a habit of it. Just go slow, and you should be okay. Although it might have been a good idea for me to be in free camera mode while doing this, but whatever. And when we finally get to this area right here, the chest contains a small key. Yay. Now, you could backtrack through this maze, or you can just use the Baba Bud to launch yourself upward, and you can either go over to these upper areas or just glide over to the door like I am. Bye bye, Spike Maze. And of course, going across here, we got more of those moss things. And as we cross the area, there'll be green choo-choos, and I'm just going to ignore them. Bye-bye. Alright, just go across the middle of this giant plant thing that's attached to some vines. What is that giant flower? What's its function? Yeah. Alright, and we're just going to go through this small key-locked door. Alright. Of course, I'm trying to see if I can get some hearts. That would be helpful, so yeah. Anyway, here in this room, we have P-hats, and we have another gondola section. Of course, this is me trying to get their golden feathers, and you can temporarily stun them using the Deku Leaf, but in this dungeon, we're going to get a much more effective weapon that will stun them even more, or better, as a proper word, so yeah. Leave me alone, P-hats. I didn't like you in the past Zelda games. I especially hated you in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Granted, there was only one of you in Majora's Mask, but I had to kill you in order to get a heart piece. And those big old blades. I mean, the P-hats in the previous 3D Zelda games were huge. Enormous. So, yeah. In this room, there are Boko Babas and a wingless Mothula. Now, folks of Zelda might remember that name, Mothula. It was a boss in A Link to the Past. So yeah, it's pretty much gone from boss to generic mook. And of course, they are also a source of golden feathers. So what do you think of that? And speaking of which, I'm going to try and kill some P-hats so I can get some more golden feathers. I think I end up with just over a dozen golden feathers by the time I leave this place, so it's not that bad. Of course, while the P-hats are stunned, that's when you can kill them with your sword. Alright, the goal is to climb up till we get to the second set of tree branches, and there we can enter a door to face our mini-boss. Yeah, we're close to the mini-boss of this game. Of course, whether I survive getting there is another thing, because I really want those golden feathers, because they will eventually lead me getting a heart piece. Eventually, I decide to screw this and just head on to the mini-boss room, because it's not worth it if I am dead. So, yeah. Alright, let's do this. And the mini-boss is a winged Mothula. And of course, in this mini-boss, it will fly around, it'll try to pretty much stab you with its pincers, like grab you, and it'll try to jet boost towards you. Now, as you damage the winged Mothula, more and more of its wing will collapse, and soon it'll just be a regular old wingless Mothula. And this thing will spit out the morphs. Yeah, these are the source of the morphs in this game, so yeah. And of course, parry will be very useful, because you'll just flip around and just clip its wings. And of course, like around here, it'll just float around, and yeah, once it's wingless, it'll just spit out morphs like crazy, and dead. No problem, just like that. And of course, we can get some hearts if you take damage. Alright. See, there's the golden feather right there. Anyway, let's get our dungeon treasure. What is it? And what's the treasure? Better be something useful. And it is. We get the boomerang. Yes. And what is now this boomerang is different from the other boomerangs of previous games. Well, what it is it will allow you to lock on to 5 different targets at the same time. So multiple targeting. That's always nice. And we need to use multiple targeting, like in here, for example, in order to get out of this room. See, there are these 2 switches here. If I just swing my boomerang at one, nothing happened, and it turned back into white. Hit them both at the same time, and there you go. So yeah. And again, we can go up to 5 times in one swing, so that's nice. And of course, the boomerang. There. See? Look at that. How awesome is the boomerang? And we can use the boomerang to cut vines, no problem. See? Of course, this is me getting more those golden feathers because, well, hey, come on. Golden feathers will ultimately lead me to a heart piece, and more heart pieces mean more health. That is good. And if you think these pea hats are bad, we will meet another variation of this enemy out in the Great Sea. And they are much bigger and much more annoying. I will not lie. Now, I'm supposed to go to the door over here with the 2 flowers, but I'm not going to just yet. Up in the upper area of this room is a joy pendant that, yeah, I'm going to get. And to get there, use the grappling hook on this beam here. And when we hook onto it, do not swing, climb. Climb, climb, climb. And when we get to the top, use the grappling hook on the other beam up there. And then all we have to do is ride those 2 moving wood platforms up to the treasure chest that has the joy pendant. Because, yeah, again, we are required to get 20 joy pendants for Mrs. Marie. Now, technically, we can actually get 40 joy pendants for Mrs. Marie. Because after we give her 20... When we give her 20 more, we will get a We will get a very interesting item, and more on that later. Of course, you gotta be careful, don't fall off. But thankfully, the Deku Leaf will help cushion the fall. It'll glide you down. Ow! Yay! More joy! So, yeah. Of course, I want to see how much stuff I have, and I have 14 joy pendants and 9 feathers. That's cool. So, yeah. Don't worry, there are plenty of opportunities to get more joy pendants. In fact, I think I'll get 2 more joy pendants in this very video. Well, not this video, in this dungeon. Not to lie, I'll get 1 more joy pendant in this video, and in the next video I will get another one, which is located inside a vase. That's odd. That's an odd place because joy pendants are usually located in the... No, that's another lie. I get 3 more joy pendants in this dungeon. 1 more in this video, and 2 more in the in this next video. So, yeah. Alright. And of course, in this room here, use the boomerang to cut down all of the vines that contain these, are these nuts? Some kind of acorn, spiked acorn thingies? Yeah, whatever they are, we have to come down so that we can have a clearer path to glide over to the next ledge over there across the room. Alright, and in that chest is one of the joy pendants I mentioned. So, that's nice. And when we go into this door over here, we will end up in the upper area of the main room. You know, the room that contains the big flower? Yeah. You know, and, if you've noticed, that big flower is connected by blue vines. And it doesn't matter because we are going to cut them down. I said I'm going to cut them down. There we go. And thankfully there are only 5 spots to cut. How lucky of me. And once the big flower is cut, down it goes. And as you can see, it's submerged into the water. Which means we can no longer get those rupees that we had a chance to get earlier. Oh, darn. Oh, man. Now, if you really hear this thing, besides the music, the background area, you can hear that this place is kind of, like it's breathing. You know, like this place is alive. I mean, this whole Forbidden Woods, it's alive. Like the place itself is alive. It's kind of it's kind of creepy when you think about it, but, I've seen creepier. I have seen creepier. Anyway, here, with the big flower destroyed and knocking a hole downward, we're going to go fall down into the hole and use the Deku Leaf to pretty much glide your fall and make sure you do not land in the purple water, and because that water is poisonous. Yep, we are dealing with some poison water, folks. That's not good. At least I think the water's poisonous. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, here we have another P-hat, which means I will collect its golden feather and then kill it. And then there are these moss thingies that are on these ledges here, and it's a good idea to kill them with your boomerang so that they won't bug you. Now, on the destination ledge, before we exit this room, there are green choo-choos, and there are these long tentacle thingies in the woods known as Dexy Vines. Now, we've heard a Dexy thing before known as Dexy Hands. The Dexy Vines in this game will grab you, and they will actually suck your magic out. So, we do not want that. And with that, I'll see you in part 12.